Hi, Paper Chase Me. Good to see you, sweetie. I just got home. I'm about to go live probably in like an hour. I have butterflies in my chest. Hey, Sexy Red. Hey, boo. I hope you're enjoying yourself on your vacay. I'm 11. I'm 11. Oh, hey, Sunkiss. Y'all, I'm not gonna be long. I've got so much to say, but I want you guys to come to the next live. Okay, so I'm probably going to go live maybe in about an hour and a half. I'm going to reach out. So the next live I do is going to be about relationships. It's going to be fun. I'm going to have a special guest host. My special guest host will be Mary Brown. He's going to be talking about what it's like to be married for 20 plus years. If you guys didn't know it, I was married for a long period of time, probably well over 13 years. It's hard for me to remember because we spent so much time apart. But I was married for a very long time myself. And we're going to actually get up here and give you guys the best advice we can about relationships. Not that we're the experts, right? But hell, we can't be any worse than the advice that people are already giving up here. And they haven't even had the long-term relationships. Okay. So we gonna try our hands at it. Okay. Oh, thank you, Paper Chase Me. Let me see, sweetie. Hold on. Let me give you, because this is your new channel. I don't know if I gave you a wrench yet. Y'all hold on a second here. But I got some things to tell y'all. And I really want to talk about this. Now, let me see. Oh, you do? In Sunkiss, you need a wrench too, boo. Okay. Y'all. I'm just, sometimes I like to come up here and I like to be vulnerable with y'all. I really do. I like it. I don't know what it makes me feel like I'm doing what I said I was going to do when I first started this channel, which is just be transparent and just be as honest with y'all as I can be. Since I've started this channel, it's been so many transitions. When I first started this channel, or when I first started doing videos about 5 years ago, and literally family videos, workout videos with my son, I literally was still in the service, which is why I didn't talk about a lot of risky stuff. I didn't talk about a whole lot of things about race or inequalities, or I just didn't want the fuss. Okay. And I've always told y'all that a lot of people, and still to this day, a lot of people, including my military friends, and I'm in the healthcare field, some of my coworkers actually watch the show. I've actually had a few of them type in the chat. So not only do I just avoid certain things, talking about certain things up here because of that, but because I want to make sure that I'm telling you guys good advice. I don't ever want to come up here and not know what I'm talking about, okay? I research everything before I talk about it. So we're talking about relationships later on today because I have a little bit of experience with long-term relationships. I'm in a long-term relationship now, and I want to tell you the truth. I'm not going to get up here and make everything sound like it's peaches and cream, because it's not always peaches and cream. I don't care how long you've been in a relationship. You could have been in a relationship 20, 30, 40 years, and you're going to have your ups and downs. Anybody else that says otherwise is just lying to you. And a lot of these people stay lying to y'all. And so I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to lie to you about nothing. Now, I've been working for the most part full-time, almost consistently since I started my channel full-time. There was a time where I was working 6 days a week. Now I'm down. I'm working a lot less than that. I don't know if you guys have noticed that. I've actually been out of work for a little while. And I'm nervous. I'm really nervous about the unknown. So as it says in the title, nothing is guaranteed, so just do it, honey. Let me tell you something. Some of the best decisions I've ever made in my life were uncertain. There was no guarantee on them. The man I chose, there was no guarantee that he was going to be a great man and a good father and a good husband. There was no guarantee. But I trusted in him. I trusted in my heart and in my mind. I wasn't a fool. But, I courted him long enough to get to know the type of person he was. And I knew the type of person that I was. And so it felt right. And it turned out right. It turned out right. No, it didn't last forever, but a lot of things in life don't last forever. That doesn't mean that it's wrong. because we brought a beautiful child into the world that is like the greatest gift any parent could ask for. Really, truly. So welcome all you guys. I'm not looking at the chat, but I'll get to you. What else did I take a risk on? I upped and moved from my hometown, didn't know a soul, and upped and moved to Myrtle Beach, honey. I knew absolutely nobody in Myrtle Beach. And I was told how crazy that was, and I was told how foolish that was. Oh, before I did that, I upped and signed up for the military. My husband didn't even know I did it. We had been going through some financial difficulties, and he was struggling, and we were at risk for losing our house. He had hurt himself. Disability check wasn't enough, and I just couldn't take it anymore. My family was drowning, so I said, what can I do? And most of my family is military anyway, so it was something that, had crossed my mind. Next thing you know, I was at the recruiting station, hand on the Bible, honey. Hand on the Bible. Am I telling y'all to do that? No. But am I telling you that was one of the best decisions in my life that I ever made? Absolutely, hands down. Hands down. And even my son's father to this day is so grateful that I made that decision. Am I telling y'all to make impulsive decisions? No. But when I'm telling y'all, when I tell you not to let fear stop you from living your life, I'm telling you, please don't do that. Some of the best opportunities I've ever had, and I've had some decent ones come across my way, thank the Most High. I've had because I took a chance. There's a lot of talk about relationships, people not wanting to get married because they're afraid to get hurt. You could not be married and get hurt. You could not be married and get your papers ran through. You could not be married and all those and still break up with the person. Are you going to die if things don't go the way you plan? Did I die after I got divorced from my husband? No. As a matter of fact, to be quite frank, if I'm being 100% with you, we both did a lot better because our time had passed and we got along better after we were separated. We could focus on our child and raising our son and be the best people that we could be. And we were better off apart than we were together, which was better for my son. It was better for everybody involved. Do you guys understand what I'm telling you? So let me get to the point. So I'm not going to lie. Things have been quite uncertain for me, and I'm kind of a woman of routine. Okay. I literally do the same thing almost every day. I lie to you not. I'm very routine. Okay. From when I get up in the morning and say my morning prayer to when I end my days at night, honey, and say my afternoon prayers. Everything is very consistent from what I eat to what I do on a daily basis, whether I'm working out, whether I'm writing in my novel, whatever the hell I'm doing, I'm very consistent. And so sometimes when you have that type of personality, it's very, very scary when you're dealing with something that's unknown, like a new job or a new relationship or a new circumstance. Pregnancy. You never been pregnant before. Anything new can be very, very scary because you have no idea what to expect. So it's normal. But I'll tell you one thing I can honestly say, I can honestly say I've never let fear stop me from anything. And it's always worked out in my favor, y'all. It's always worked out in my favor. And I feel like it'll do the same for you. If you follow, as corny as it sounds, but if you follow what's really in your heart to do. Like I said, I upped and went into the military. I was like barely 100, and I think I was 103 pounds soaking wet. As a matter of fact, when I first went into the recruiting station, they looked at me like, who is this little girl, think she? Because I was super tiny, super small. I actually had to gain weight. I had to wait several months and gain weight to get into the service. I was too small. So I did that. I got in. And same thing. When I up and left, didn't know nobody, up and left for a new job. Things worked out. I mean, I struggled while I was up there. It was not an easy feat, but trust me when I tell you, things that are worth working for are not easy. And that's including relationships. It's not always easy. It's not going to be easy. But sometimes that's how you know it's worth it. I feel like people have this idea in their mind that love is supposed to be easy. And to some extent, okay, and we're gonna break that down. It's not supposed to be rough, okay? You're not supposed to have black eyes and hair wads of hair falling out because you're so stressed. It's not supposed to be that hard, but it is gonna be hard at times. Because you have ups and downs, and now you're dealing with somebody else that has ups and downs. So it's gonna be ups and downs. Right now, I'm like on the edge of my seat. Oh, Zytec, thank you for the struggle. I do have a struggle. Thank you so much for this. Thank you. I appreciate it. I really do. Thank you. I said for the struggle. Thank you. I appreciate. Hey, Misha, let me stop. I'll pause. I'll pause for y'all and say hello. Hey, Stingray. Hey, Abid Freeman. I'm not a vegan. I've done vegan. I've tried it, and chow. I can't do it but so long. I get hungry. I get really hungry. Hey, Cool Jen. Hey, Juju. Let me see. But I want to get to this point, and then we're gonna get on with our show. Hey, sweetie. Okay, I think I said hello. Hey, Lawrence. I think I said hello to you all. Let me tell you all what's going on with me real quick. Okay. So, yeah, I'm actually just getting home. I haven't even changed out of my work clothes. See, I'm still in the scrubs. Still in the good old-fashioned scrubs here. But like I said, I just wanted to keep it 100 with y'all. See, this is what I look like when I don't have all the makeup on. Focus, Tiffany. Right now, I'm a little nervous because I'm at a place where I don't know. I don't know about nothing. I've been looking into a few job leads, but I really don't know. And the one that I'm hoping for is a military job. It's a military contract job. First of all, I love the service. I love the service. I love what those people do. And not just those people, not just the soldiers, but the whole family. Because you got to understand, when you're working with military folks, their whole family is serving. Not just the service members, but the whole family, right? So that's what I'm hoping for. But then I got to figure out, like, what am I going to do with my stuff back here? I have to find a place to put my stuff. And what am I going to do with my place? What am I going to do? Am I going to rent it out? Am I going to let somebody stay here? Am I going to sell it? Like, what the hell am I going to do? So I'm a little bit nervous about things. And I'm going to be honest, I use y'all like therapy. Like, this is therapy right now, because I'm just really, really nervous. But that's okay. Spread that message. It's okay. It's a good thing. When I moved to Myrtle Beach and I didn't know anybody, I was scared as hell. And the waters was rough. It was real rough. You have no idea how much I wanted to pack up my bags and go home. I wanted to pack up my bags. First of all, the place I was supposed to stay was not secure. So I actually ended up having to sleep in my car for a few nights. It was scary. And I had a limited amount of money. I didn't have a job yet where I was. I had to drive back and forth with a car that I wasn't sure was going to make it to my job back home, right? So it was a lot of uncertainty there. But have faith. I don't know if you guys are believers or not, but I'm a believer. And I would like to think that you all are believers. But if you're not, there's something I believe inside of us that speaks to us. Some people call it a conscience. I call it the Most High in heaven. You do have a conscience, but there's a difference between a conscience and that little voice that I'm talking about. Because, for instance, my conscience will tell me, give you an example. Say I do something and I feel guilty about it, my conscience will tell me, dang, you shouldn't have done that, you know. Say I cheat on my diet. We'll use something simple like that, right? My conscience will say, you really shouldn't have done that. But the voice inside of me, right, will say, that voice, that one, I call it the Most High, will say to me, it's not that serious what you just did. It doesn't make you, it doesn't break you. You had a hunger and you quenched it. Now move on. You know what I'm saying? So there's a difference between a conscious and a spiritual connection. If you don't feel like you have a spiritual connection, how should I say this? If you've ever been in a situation, you wonder how you got out of it, and you know that you shouldn't have gotten out of it, by all accounts, you shouldn't have gotten out of it, you have a spiritual connection. You just don't realize it. But you need to talk to it. You need to be kind of in a silent place so you can hear it. A silent place could be, just for me, like when I'm say I'm jogging, right? I have such focus and such solitude. My thoughts are so clear. I'm not thinking about bills. I'm not thinking about stress. I'm not thinking about anything except taking my next breath, but just being grateful that I can take a breath. That's true solitude. Try that. Try getting in that place. Okay? And you'll find that connection. I know I'm all over the place. Enough of that. So yeah, later on this afternoon, approximately around 5:30ish, we're going to go live with special guest Mary, and we're going to talk about long-term relationships. I'm not sure if we're going to drop the link or not, because it's going to be a really short live, but it's going to be a very good live and a very entertaining live. I got some clips for y'all. And of course, I got some, a little bit of games I have lined up. What else did I want to tell y'all? Yeah, I don't know if this message is going to help any of you guys. Just remember that Mahogany told you. If you're thinking about trying something new, concerned about trying something new, you've kind of had it in your mind teetering back and forth, ask yourself, most things in life, most decisions in life that a lot of times we don't even give a chance are not life-threatening, are not life and death decisions. The things that we should give more thought that affect us for the rest of our life, like who we procreate with, we don't even think about. We just do it, right? And the things that we really should be quick to move on, but we let fear stop us. Those are the things that you have no idea how many times I meet people and they'll say to me, oh, I've always wanted to do this. And I'm like, well, why haven't you? Oh, because I don't know anybody there, or, I just can't spend money like that. In the meantime, they're spending money, buying clothes and doing this. Well, why not save your money so you can go on that trip that you always wanted to go to? So you can go to another country you've never been to before. I think a lot of people not only let the fear stop them, but a lot of people, unfortunately, don't believe in themselves. They don't believe that they're worth the risk. You are worth the risk. I was worth it. I was worth it to invest in myself, to up and leave and come back and become something more than I was when I went out there, if that makes sense. I went out there literally with a car, a suitcase full of clothes, enough money to last me a little bit, enough for my school books and whatnot, and literally a hope, a dream, and a prayer, honey. And came back with a whole lot more. Came back with potential enough to pay off my work on paying my student loans, get a better job, and just completely open my horizons in life. All that because I made a decision to do something that most people never would do, and that's make a move on something that's not guaranteed. Most people don't do that. But personally, I believe there's a type of person on YouTube. There's a type of personality that I see on YouTube. Um, and that's a personality that's different from most. That's a personality type like mine that's separate from most. So if you're that personality type, you got to step out on faith and step out on belief. Have some self-esteem about yourself that you could do these things. Like I said, I've been called crazy and all kinds of stuff, and I've proved them wrong every single time. Every single time. Never failed. So I'm just telling you guys this because I thought it might be, I was sitting there thinking about it, and I thought it might be some motivation for you all. This feeling I'm feeling, I felt this before. I felt this when I went to sign up for the service with not a clue what was going to happen to anybody, including my newborn baby, my marriage, my new marriage. But I had prayed about it and I thought about it and I believed in what I was doing. I felt like this when I moved to another state without knowing anybody. I felt like this on several occasions. When I sold half my stuff and decided I wanted to start a business with $500. Right. And I could barely pay my bills, but I decided, I'm going to take this money. I'm going to do this, invest it here. And I'm feeling like this now, but I'm reminding myself, you got this. You got this. So if you live in your life and you comfortable all the time, you completely comfortable. Because I was comfortable for years doing what I was doing, working the job that I was working. Very comfortable. Good pay. Not worried about a damn thing. Could have whatever I wanted. I could afford it. But I wasn't completely fulfilled. There was still something missing. And I'm telling you, if you feeling that way, then there's something there's still stuff that you need to do. There's still work that needs to be done. Okay. All right. So I will see you guys. Let me see what else you guys are saying. Ciao. I feel crazy. I look a hot mess on this camera right now. Let me see what y'all talking about. Oh, hey, Third. Hey, F. F. I wonder what that stands for. Oh, God. Anyway, y'all are a trip. Come through. Y'all come through. Hey, Khadijah. Let me scroll up. Y'all come through because I got some really funny clips. I think you guys are going to enjoy the show. 1G, Viper Sniper. Number 1. Hey, Underrated. And Underrated got a show tonight with Beat Y'all. So I'm going to swing by and see that show. I'm a believer. Yes. Let me see. Everybody's good. All right, y'all. If you just came in, go back and rewind the show and you'll see it's just a little pep talk for everybody. I don't really have too much because I'm going to be getting ready for the next show. Y'all take it easy and I'll see you guys in about an hour or so. I'm trying to think if there's anything I want to tell y'all about the show though. Do I think that I'm better than anybody else? Why I could get up here and talk about long-term relationships? No. Absolutely not. But I just feel like I feel like it possibly some of the stuff that we're going to bring out could help people. If I knew what I knew, if I knew back then what I knew now, I would have did things so much differently. To be honest, I've said this before. My first marriage probably would have worked out a lot differently. See, because now I understand that people are not perfect. And now he understands that I was not perfect. But when you're young and dumb and impatient and you want everything your way and you're very selfish, most younger folks tend to be selfish, which is natural, right? Babies are very selfish, right? For example, all they care about is feed me, change me, wipe me, clean me, right? That's natural, right? But even as we get older, a lot of us stay in that selfish state. And it's not until you really mature or you get experience with other people that you learn to kind of let go of the selfishness and think of others first. That takes maturity and it takes time. So anyway, I'll see you guys approximately around 5:30. Okay, peace. Thank you for coming through.